I want to take a moment to thank both of my parents. A little bit of background. My dad and mom are both entrepreneurs in very, very different ways. My dad has been a small business owner for over 40 years, and my mom is an artist. She's a singer, she's a dancer, she's an amazing woman. So as a child, I grew up in my father's business. I grew up around carpet and peacocks. I know that sounds a little bit odd, but let me explain. So my dad owned a floor covering business and really worked very hard to get that business off the ground. In fact, for the first 5-6 years even, he had several side businesses within that business, one of which was addressing junk mail. Now that is a dirty job, but something I grew up learning how to do. Obviously very obsolete at this point in time, but I watched my dad work late at night and weekends to really make sure his dream was a reality with his company, Hanson Floor Coverings. So I learned hard work, I learned diligence at a very, very young age. I grew up addressing junk mail, pricing carpet samples, painting our house, mowing the lawn, pretty much anything I could do to make money. And I did, I earned money. It was never a situation where we were automatically handed an allowance. It was a scenario where we earned money, we worked for it. So every single week, me and my stepbrothers were out there working our tails off to earn money towards our first car or a trip or whatever it was we were working towards. So I want to say thank you to my father specifically for really just inspiring me to work hard, to have the determination I need to make my dreams a reality. And where does the peacock come into this? Well, my mother is a lover of animals. In fact, later in life, she went back and got a degree in animal behavior and zoology, and we had peacocks and horses and ducks and all kinds of things growing up. And peacocks specifically are important to me. Funny enough, when I was a kid, our pet peacock, Mr. Peabody, we had Mr. and Mrs. Peabody, was actually quite mean and used to chase me around, me and my friends around the yard. But in the long run, it ended up being one of my first entrepreneurial endeavors, where I would pick up the peacock feathers every fall that would naturally fall away, take them down to our local community store, JJ's Market, and stand out in front with my cousin and sell peacock feathers for $1 a piece. And what's really neat about that story is Hera, as I found out after I chose the name for the business, Hera, being the Greek goddess of women, was very watchful over her women at every stage of their life, and was said, her symbol was said to be the male peacock feather because she had big, beautiful eyes and again was very watchful over her women. So it's neat to see this all come full circle, not only with the peacocks, but my experience in business at a very young age. So I'm blessed to say that I got my mother's eye for beautiful things, for art, for aesthetics, and my father's business sense. Very, very blessed.